Close the door too. We good.
All right. Welcome to the Just Two Black Brothers podcast. I'm DJ Pierre. That's my brother Poe Politicking. We joined by the rapper Miles Sway. What's going on with you, bro?
Everything good, man. How y'all doing, man? Thank you for having me.
Stay corona free, man.
My homie speaks highly of you. He said you out there. He said you dope.
Oh, I appreciate that, Hunter, man. For real, that's love.
Yeah, we had the homie Hunter Grand on. He spoke highly of you too, man. So I listened to some. I went and checked you out, man. I heard some nice work out there. Nice.
Appreciate that, man. Shout out to the Hundo, man. Boy Royce, man. That's family. Go way back, man.
What's up? So just tell us, man, like how you got in the game, where you from, and we'll start with that. We'll start right there.
Well, I'm from the Bronx. You know, everybody know that's the home. I'm like the Mecca. I've been doing this for a very long time, man. Very long time. But how I say I got into it. First big break used to be on this public access show. Used to come on in Manhattan. Not sure if you're familiar with it, but it was called Mad Cyphers. And if you look it up, the history on it, everyone from like Jay Mills, Smoke DZA, J Hood, whole bunch of Immortal Technique, like a bunch of people that came through that show.
Yeah,
myself and 100 grand too. But that basically gave me the drive to like, really, gain that confidence that I could really do this because I'm up there with names that, are really successful at the time.
Right.
And just it was like the hood pay-per-view. They called it the hood pay-per-view back then.
Yeah.
Before Instagram, I think it was definitely before IG, obviously, but before Facebook.
All that, way before all that.
Yeah, this was like DVD era, you know what I mean? So that was definitely the start of it for me.
That's what's up. And
was it during like Smack?
Was I doing Smack?
Was it during Smack time?
Yeah, definitely. It was a little bit before, like right before Smack time. Like,
man, I remember I used to watch all, man. I remember my favorite one probably would be Jay Mills and Mook.
Yeah,
I remember they battled all over they was all over the place. I was like, but that shit, they was hitting each other with haymakers every round though.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the one that put the Smack battles on the map. Like that for me was like the groundbreaking battle. You know what I'm saying?
Who said
he from New York?
Yeah, oh, you didn't hear? Yeah, he's from the Bronx.
Yeah, for sure.
How close is that to you?
I'm in Brooklyn, so man, it's funny because it depends. If it ain't no traffic, you could get there hop, skip, and a jump. But shit, that's right now, that shit take forever, man. You take it forever. You got to go through Queens, or you could go through the city and go through, take the FDR, hit the Bronx, if you need to. But but on that battle, man, who said? I think Mill said, "I take the bitch, rape the bitch, and make you hold the camcorder." Nigga smack it on that nigga.
Yeah, they was going, but you know what I'm saying? They was both going crazy. Crazy. And at that time, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was all word of mouth. Like, I remember hearing that battle, like, nobody knew what was going on unless you was like really out there in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? But right after that happened, I think word started spreading around everywhere. Like, the crazy battle went down in Harlem by the State Building with Mook, and we had to wait a long time for that DVD. But when it came out, it was like
it was worth it, right?
Like WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
Oh, you said you're a wrestling fan?
It's not current wrestling, but I say like 90s, around that time. That's when I was really
that's my era. Poe, he's still a fan. He's a fan of all eras. But me, I can watch like the Hulk Hogan, Macho Man,
right.
Ultimate Warrior,
era. Right. Me, I stopped watching it maybe around after The Rock and Stone Cold.
Yeah.
After that, it was like, all right, it's clip for me.
So who were some of your influences outside of the artists you work with on the Mad Cypher? Was there any other artists that influenced you to say I'm gonna be a rapper?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the Mount Rushmores, you know what I'm saying? You got the Bigs, the Pacs, Big Pun, Big L, bunch of bigs, right? But of course, Hove, Nas, even Snoop. Snoop was another one.
Man, look at that. I'm gonna show you something real quick, man. I just got this in the mail today. Okay. I'm gonna see. Hey, Paul, it's not gonna show because I got the background.
Oh no, I'll let you know if he's showing that.
All right. I ordered some records. I got back in the vinyl, so I got this one. Y'all can see him
in front of you.
Oh, what's that? Pop Smoke?
Yeah, I got the Pop Smoke joint.
Fire. Rest in peace to Pop, man.
Rest in peace. I got that Summertime Shootout 3. Bad. And then I got that Doggy Style. I got Doggy Style, and then I got the King's Disease, the Nas joint.
Oh, that was fire.
Yeah,
how y'all feel about that one? A lot of people don't really like me myself. I'm gonna be the one that put that up there as one of his top 5 albums.
Facts.
Finally had some good beats. I mean, I ain't trying to say it like that.
But you know what? People who fool, but a lot of his fans, they didn't care about his beat selection. So the thing is, they didn't like that because that's the joint where Hit Boy did the whole thing, right? So they like, oh, he didn't have to do that. He was good like he was. But I'm like, shit, man. Nas know what's up. Shit.
Yeah, I know
Nas know what's up. He like, yo, y'all purists might not like this, but this doing numbers for me.
Absolutely.
So
but it was well produced though. Like shout out to Hit Boy. Like that was real impressive for me because him being a young dude, you know what I'm saying, and then being a Cali dude on top of that, like it was kind of like when I first heard about it, without listening to anything, I'm like,
yeah,
it's gonna work. But he definitely captured that sound for sure.
That spicy joint hard.
Yeah, I think you gotta look at it like he did something Drake couldn't do. Drake couldn't even do that. You remember when he was trying to do it with the Firm?
Absolutely.
Couldn't do nothing with Nas.
Couldn't do it, yeah.
Hit Boy made it work.
That was a big move. Facts.
And you I'm originally from the West Coast. I moved to Brooklyn in 2012. But so as an East Coast dude yourself, man, how'd you feel about Tupac? Because you know, me being from the West Coast, shit, Pac was God. In 95, 96, 97, man, Tupac, hey, you couldn't say nothing bad about Pac. And when he died, that shit shook everything upside down. But you got a lot of people who in the East Coast now, I'm here, they like, oh, Pac I'm like, man, look, I can't even say it because it hurt my heart. They were like, Pac was trash.
Nah.
I said, look, if you was ever poor, if you struggled, if you lost a family member, if you love your mama,
you got half sister, half brother.
If you got a half brother, half sister.
He was talking about it, wasn't he?
All day. All day.
I thought that was the issue till Pac said that thing could roll blame mama. I was like, oh, straight.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, the way I feel about that, to answer your question, I feel like a lot of those people wasn't outside when Pac was outside. Because a lot of, I was young, you know what I'm saying, back then. But I remember hearing California Love on the radio, like when they dropped that out here when Flex was dropping that.
Yeah,
I'm moving the couches out my mother's living room. You know what I'm saying? Like writing the verses down, remembering them joints, performing them, and all of that. Like Pac was definitely it, man. Definitely.
Yeah. Yo, that's funny. We did have to write the lyrics down, huh? So we could we had to pause that.
That was part of the culture, man. Like you had to be nice with the stop and record.
Facts.
The set tape, you know what I'm saying?
And that shit make you like the song. And you love the song more when you figure out everything they saying too, huh? You like, oh, this shit hard.
That's a fact.
So fast forward to you. Well, what's your creative process like? What like you take your inspirations from things you see, or is it just something that come to you when you hear the beat?
A little bit of both, I say. Definitely, however I'm feeling that day, because I could sit in the lab and just go through beats. Like I'm that type of guy. Just let things play. Whether I'm smoking something, drinking something, you know, we just gonna vibe out and see what it is for the day. You know what I mean?
Okay. And what you working on currently? I heard that red light. I said, man, look, that was smart. Cause you jumped on that shit right when all them hoes dancing. You jumped out there, made the track.
Yes, sir.
You made the track.
Definitely. I mean, it was just a quick little idea. I'm like, you know what, why not? You know, throw it out there and see what it do. But it definitely got a good response. And like you said, a lot of people commenting on the fact that it was a smart move.
Yeah, it was smart to drop that.
Results on that.
Nah, because like what me and Poe do whenever the artists come on, we'll go and look through their music on iTunes, and we'll buy a couple songs to play for the show. So I said let me go and get that one, man. So cause I think when I went on, it was like the latest release too, anyway. So I was let me check.
I tried to throw that out before right before Valentine's Day and all that. Just it made sense.
Yeah. So what's you got an album in the works you working on?
I just put out an album called Dial Away not too long ago, the beginning of this month.
That same energy was on there.
Yeah, same energy was on there. Money Talk. It's a bunch of stuff on there that's love. But right now we just working. I'm just recording and stashing. But every July 31st, which is my birthday, we dropping a Miles Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3 is gonna keep going. It's called Miles Make It Look Easy. That's the acronym for it.
Yeah, that's what's up. And what's the story behind your rap name?
It's a play off Miles Away.
I thought that too, and I said it. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people they really like, sometimes it catches, sometimes they don't. Basically, I used to go by a whole nother name. I used to go by AVE. And I worked with a lot of people during that time. Anyone, like I said, Smoke Dizza, Mickey Fax, even Mike Geronimo, did a lot of things during that time. But it was like a good maybe like 2-3 year gap where I lost touch with music for a while. Just personal things going on in life. I felt like I was miles away from it. And during this whole COVID situation and being quarantined in the crib and just the four walls around me, thinking about what could have been, I was like, it's not too late. You know what I'm saying? So Miles Sway just came up, and I'm like, let's give it another shot.
That's what's up. Then shit, you gotta think about. Then the Bronx lost Fred, the godson, man. So it's like,
absolutely,
I know that shit was tough for people out there. For yourself, man. How did that affect you? Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, rest in peace. I met Fred. Well, actually, I heard about Fred during the New York City blackout, man, like in the early 2000s. And he just blew me away with the punchlines. Like he was ahead of his time even back then. Like you could listen to the shit that he spit back then and apply it now, and it's blowing half this shit about of what people talking about today. You know what I'm saying? So hearing the news about what happened, and that was a real big hit on the Bronx. Like humble dude, he had love for a lot of people. Recently though, he just on his birthday just passed, actually.
Yeah, I saw some stuff on Instagram for people.
Yeah, they named this block after him, which was a big thing. You know what I'm saying? And especially here in the Bronx, like just to have your name on that street sign. You know what I'm saying? So
they did that quick, man. Big. They ain't do Big till 2019.
Yeah, absolutely. Which shows you the love that he had. You know what I'm saying? Not saying Big didn't have that,
right?
love.
But they pushed that through quick for Fred. So with that being said, man, is there any extra motivation for you? Does anything that's pushing you right now to go extra hard other than COVID? Because I know they say COVID is making everybody creative. If you ain't got no creative bone in your body during COVID, you might not have one, right?
That's a fact. I mean, to be honest, my kids is one major push. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, my oldest is 12, and she listens to what I'm doing, and she's a big fan of the new hip hop. All the littles. You know what I'm saying? She's a big fan of those. But just to hear her opinion on what I do, and her to have that interest is definitely a motivation for me.
That's what's up. Oh. Yeah, so what you think about the game now, man? Like you took a break and came back. So what you think what's one thing you do like about hip hop? What's one thing you don't like about it?
One thing I'm gonna start with what I don't like. I feel like it's a misunderstanding about it being so easy to do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people like to say that, it's easy to rap, it's easy, like the mumble rap and all of that stuff, but it's really not. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you in it for the money, I guess you could get your little run here and there, but if you really talking about hip hop, it's about making an impact with your music. Way after you gone. Only a few can do that. So that's one thing I don't like is the lack of respect for the culture. that a lot of these newer artists have. Like they don't know their history, they don't know where it started, where it came from, what came before them to lead the way for where they at now. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, what I do like, it's a lot like the whole the internet game about it is just different. Like when I was coming up, it was street teams. You know what I'm saying? We had to be outside with it, flyers and hanging up posters and doing. Not saying that don't work now, but everything's on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Everything on the phone is easier now. You know what I mean? It's easier to just put an album out and just a couple clicks on the phone, getting it out to thousands of people in a matter of minutes. So,
that's a fact. Me and Poe was just talking about shit. We both got a DistroKid account, and they hit us up today like, yo, just for being a member, we gonna give y'all the affiliate status on Twitch.
Okay. See?
So if you got a DistroKid account, you can check that out, because you know the thing is, all your music that you put out on your DistroKid, now you can play it while you streaming. Let's say you play video games and shit. So if you on your Twitch playing video games, you can stream your music, because before they would got hit with a copyright. But since this DistroKid and Twitch then merged, they did a partnership. You can play your music while you stream it. You could do your own little podcast and talk about the music and play it if it's yours. And you get paid, and they making you an affiliate, so you get paid for doing it. So it's the game crazy right now with all these different ways, but that makes people want to do it that probably would have never done it back in the early 2000s, late 90s though.
That's a fact, and it's paving the way for more independence. Also, you know what I'm saying? Like before, I don't know how it was in Cali with artists coming up, but I know the New Yorker mentality was, I want a record deal. That was like the promised land. That was like the end goal for anybody that was rapping, you know, at the time. Like, oh, I'm trying to get a deal. I want a deal. Once you get a deal, you feel like you made it.
Yep.
But you know, now it's definitely paving the way for a lot of artists to really hit that light bulb. Like, you know what, I can do this on my own. I can smarten up. I can learn the business, you know, and capitalize on things like that, like the DistroKid, Twitch, you know, collaboration and make it work. You know what I mean? That's dope.
Yeah, what you said, Poe, like Crush Groove?
Yeah,
that's a Crush Groove.
All the New York people probably on the record just because of Crush Groove.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. Crush Groove was crazy because Crush Groove, the whole opening scene of that movie was right on my block. You know what I'm saying? So I've definitely watched that movie many times. You know what I mean?
No, that's what's up. So what you do like about the game, don't like about the game, they kind of intertwine, because the internet has made it crazy. Like I said before, like Styles said, they didn't open up a lane for lames now. Shit, you could do lame rap, or you could be a lame individual in your real life, man, and put out an album, and you could make money, because like you were saying about Fred the Godson, he was way before his time. But It's like, damn, man, like that talent alone should have manifested him into like on the Mount Rushmore type status. But it's the way the game is set up. Is like you got to have that plus some XYZ type stuff going on to even make it. So it's not really that's a bad thing about it. The talent
at that time was just a percentage of it. You know what I'm saying? You needed that extra other percent, which might have been the business. I don't know what his business situation was back then, but one thing about Fred, though, everybody knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? From Hov,
right.
Still, like a lot of big names, they knew who he was. They worked with him. So that alone says a lot. You know what I mean?
Fact. What you were saying, Poe?
Well, shit, no, I forgot.
Oh yeah, no. So yeah, Poe from Mississippi, but he live in Cali now. He in San Diego, actually. We was both in the Marines.
Always nice in San Diego, I heard.
I was going to about them glasses, man. I got to step my game up, get some glasses like you.
Man.
What are they?
These are some regular joints. Ain't no, it's some off-brand joints.
You just like the style?
Yeah, it's the look, man. I ain't got the bag yet for no Versace's or nothing like that. So.
No, I know what I was gonna tell y'all, man, because y'all talking about Styles. Man, I was watching Styles live, and he was talking about how like a lot of rappers, like how like artists don't get paid for their publishing still. Cause you know Puff gave back all the Locks publishing, but he said, but he said all he makes off his publishing is $40,000 a year.
That's sad, man.
Yeah, so he like shit. You know, if I'm getting paid this much, how much these other cats get? And he was just saying, like, this shit crazy. I'm like,
and he put shit out, and he put an album out once or twice a year.
But he said what happened was he said at first that you know that song they did for Big, I'll Be Missing You.
Yeah.
He said he thought that shit was like where they was just doing it for like just charity, but it ended up being where everybody was getting money from it. So then when Puff gave back the rights, he ain't getting the money, but the other people still getting the money. So he tried to get his money, but he said all he make is $40,000. So he basically gotta have these other. He got the juice shop and all the other stuff. And his wife nurse, he said, luckily, but he wouldn't be living off like $40,000 a year. That's crazy.
That is crazy. It's sad, man. But that's just what it is, man. Unfortunately, you gotta
like you
have
said,
ventures, man.
Like you said too, people start doing the independent route, like they saying, man, and I keep saying it, like they say, if Drake's do go independent, then that's gonna change. Man, that shit gonna change everything, bro. Like I don't need the label. I'm gonna drop all my shit independently with the OVO thing. That's gonna be crazy, man.
I've been saying, I think the problem is too, though, man. Like a lot of these rappers, man, they sit here fronting all this money, but they don't even have that money like that. So it's like they should just start being normal and tone this shit down, because nobody got money. Like even the top people ain't got the money they saying they got. So it's like if everybody just tone down and just be normal, because it's like shit, go back to the bars instead of all that flossing. Especially now, you don't gotta rap about that shit right now. We in a fucking this right now is the wrong time.
And we in a almost like a recession almost. And you talking about you talking.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. But it's like you said, Poe, like they got to get back to the bars, but a lot of them ain't got the bars. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
They gotta compensate with the gimmicks and the entertainment and all of that, just to compensate for the lack of bars. You know what I mean?
It's like fluff. It's like it's like decorating the plate. Like, look, I remember on Booty Call, Jamie Foxx got the shrimp, and the dude was like, it was 3 shrimp with the garnish around it, and he said, "What's this garnish, man?" He said, "That makes the plate look good." He said, "Man, want to make my plate look good? It's some more shrimp, player. Like, I don't want this garnish on here."
Ain't lie either.
All day. Why y'all got so much garnish over here? Y'all doing all of this like it's funny because it's like you said, your Mount Rushmore, everybody got a big in their name. But if I ask a young boy right now, his Mount Rushmore gonna have a lot of little. He got all the littles in his Mount Rushmore. That's crazy.
That's the first time I heard that, and that's crazy.
A lot of people had Easy in their name.
Yep, they got all the littles in their thing now. They gonna have Lil Wayne on their joint. They gonna have Lil Baby probably on there. Shoot, Little Pistol Pump, whoever that. You know, hey, shit, he's somewhere, huh? It's a little Pistol Pump somewhere.
Yeah, they out there. Little Uzi, they got Little Uzi and all.
They got Little Uzi. He put the diamond. Yo, they said man, look, you put a $24 million. And what I read, he's to do it. It's like, damn, you couldn't figure out you couldn't figure out nothing better than doing $24 million, man. Shit.
You don't think you won't have no kids, nigga? You say that for your damn bloodline, spending all that.
That's crazy.
You can't
see. He had that surgically implanted or glued on, like.
Nah, they say it's like so the diamond ain't the thing that the diamond is on. So the diamond is on like something that's yeah. So there's something inside his head, and then the diamond is on that thing.
He's wasting money.
He about to get a crazy infection on his forehead. Yeah. Bugging out.
I was happy to
bugging out.
I was happy to see Bobby Shmurda get out.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. That was big for the city, man. He
I want to see what
happened. The energy. He was the energy.
Yeah. I want to see, because I think I always thought 6ix9ine stole his style. So I want to see what happened to 6ix9ine now that the real is back. And it's like how Bobby Shmurda got out versus how 6ix9ine got out.
No, you always gotta. It's disheartening in a way, because it's like 6ix9ine did what he did, but came home to a deal, came home to making some more money, But now we got to see how the gang treat Bobby Shmurda, because if you treat the rat like that, but then you don't treat the dude who kept it solid the same way, then it's like, what we doing this for, right?
Yeah.
But my thing is, how did they treat 6ix9ine when he came out? Because from my understanding, people wasn't rocking with him like that.
What I'm saying, to me, it's like Bobby Shmurda, the street love him, man. Like, he got the street.
No, but look, I feel like he shouldn't even been able to. I mean, I guess you can't make nobody not put an album out or still be embracing hip hop. Like, you got people like Poe said before, 6ix9ine fans ain't from the hood, they ain't from the streets, they ain't so he know that. He know, like, all right, I can still put some shit out because my real fans ain't street niggas who live by some code.
Right.
So
I think I saw
music, man.
Supposedly,
allegedly, he was buying views and all of that too.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Poe was telling me that too.
Said that. I was like, I looked at one of his videos. That shit said like 300 million views. Like, man, you fucking crazy as hell. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm like, you think this mean people listening to him? Walk down the street and ask how many people know him and tell them the name of a song and see what he come up with. Then somebody told me, yeah, he got that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, 300 million views.
So that many views. Why when that shit come out, it only sell 10,000?
Right.
That's crazy.
But he's the definition of a gimmick rapper. Like, he's gonna buy his views. That's the reason why his hair color is that way. Because you're not gonna know his name, but you're gonna know the rainbow color kid. You know what I mean?
Right. It's just all part of the
game. Yeah,
but to me, I look at him like, man, he ain't really like I know we have like the music industry, but he ain't really a part of the culture, man. Like, I don't think nobody really.
He's part of the music industry.
Like, especially black culture. I don't know too many black people that gonna like wake up in the morning, bump a 6ix9ine, get ready for work. Like, who you know listen to that nigga like that, man? I said he in the game, but we gonna get him out. He gonna get all the way out. He gonna make some money, but he ain't gonna be in it like he was.
But it's like the game makes what's hot. Like we're talking about this with Kanye West and the Kim Kardashian thing. Look, you got dudes that was trying to get their hands on Kim K. Like you had niggas literally like, I can't wait till who she fucking with fuck up so I can shoot. Like, nigga, why you waiting for Kim K? But the game is making it like, yo, you get with them, your career gonna do this and do that. You lit, right? So niggas is in line waiting. The game that made it to where like you got to get you a Kim K, you got to get you a Chloe. Like I said, I made a joke the other day. I said, shit, Chloe only won Tristan Thompson back because they didn't destroy that nigga yet.
Oh,
true.
Shit, he got away. I'm like, dude, you know you got away from that. James Harden looking like a genius right now.
That's a fact. I was gonna say he got away too.
Yeah, he was able. He's like, y'all get the fuck out of here because anybody else, they didn't destroy them dudes.
So you think Get Out about Kanye?
Huh?
You think Get Out is about Kanye?
That movie?
Get Out, yeah.
Movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't never heard nobody say it like that.
I never heard that either, but in a way, I guess, you know, not to that extreme, but you know, in a way.
Not to that extreme. Right. Like, just go back and really think about when he was around. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Shit. I can't say, right. I don't want to say the main thing, but even start with the dad. That shit is crazy. Then just start looking at how they do all that shit for fame, man. They got their whole life in front of the camera 24/7. I know that shit crazy, man. I know, like, especially where he came from, like his mom, his dad, they had sense. And you go all that, you just with somebody that's really just for the fame. I know that shit kind of crazy. She got surrogate. I was like, what's that about? Like, what about these women? They got all this money, but then they still want to have surrogates. I'm like, you gonna have my motherfucking kids? What you talking about?
Yo, we gonna go into the track. Cause I got the red. Let me see what two. I got two. I got Red Light, and I got Same Energy. That's one with you and Hunter and with Royce, I think. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna let the people. We're gonna let them hear both, but I'm gonna let them hear this Red Light first, and then we'll ride them out to that banger y'all put out. And I guess this one ain't no introduction. This is based on the Silhouette Challenge came out.
You already know.
Hey, I watched a gang of them shits on Twitter. Some of them crazy though, man. But I'm like, you know what though? with that girl, man. Hey, girls, you can make them do anything with some goddamn music and some attention, right?
That's a fact. The attention is the key. That's what it is.
Yep, because they like, oh, I don't normally do stuff like this, but I'm like, you naked. You don't normally get naked. Shit, what you talking about? They be wilding. But yeah, let's get into it. Hey, they've been talking about on Martin been telling us that. Oh, so you say you don't do that, but why you do it so good if you ain't never done it before? You good at this. You ain't got beginner's luck. You been doing this. No, they act like they got beginner's luck. But let's go into the track. This is Miles Away, Smile Sway, however you want to say it. The bars are still there. Let's get it.
Put your head on my shoulder. Red light. Shorty out here shining like them headlights. Swear my body left her cause the head right. Got that body out, she the Meg type, damn right. That rare type. Love at first sight, ain't gotta stare twice. Type of shit like this, you couldn't pay a price. Let's take the chance and roll just like a paradise. Straight to paradise, like take the control cause nobody do it. Stay in the zone, ain't nobody moving. Stuck in my mind, one of a kind. I find it so hard just to find someone like that clean up nights and hit the wall. Or stay at home, hoodies and shorts. No matter the time, I'm gonna slide. All you gotta do is hit me with the addy and you know I come through. Keep it on the low, yeah. Know you got that body, ain't nobody gotta know. Hate to see it leave, but I love to see it go. Oh, you let me in, shorty, meet me at the door and turn on that red light. Turn on that red light. Ay, keep the pace with me. I know a few that wanna switch place with me, but them Vicky secrets staying safe with me. I ain't telling they no 6'9" unless play with me if you wanna. I'm with the game, shorty, let's play a role. Show you how to play a role. Top flow high, but always laying low. Baby, I'm just saying so. I can hit them spots, but all them other niggas, they ain't go. You ain't know. I feel like I'm starting to like you, cause they ain't talking it like you. Find someone like you. I feel like I'm starting to like you. They definitely ain't working it like you. Keep it on the low, yeah. Know you got that body, ain't nobody gotta know. Hate to see you leave, but I love to see you go. Oh, you let me in, shorty, meet me at the door. Turn on that red light. Turn on that red light.
Yep. That was red light. Yeah, that's fine. That joint hard.
Good luck, man. Just a play on, like you said, it's a play on the silhouette challenge. Played around with it. You know, like I said, like, when you asked me what's my creative process, whatever I'm listening to at the moment, however I'm feeling, that was a result of one of those. You know what I'm saying?
You got a video out?
I got a video out, not for this joint, but for another joint I have on Dollaway called Money Talk.
Yeah, you should put a video out with that one, then just have all the girls on it.
You see, I was thinking about that, but the timing is everything. You know, I feel like we already reached the end of that silhouette challenge phase. So, you know what I mean? It would have been dope, though. Would have been dope for sure.
And they had some pervert dudes. They went and figured out how to take off the red light.
How they end up doing that?
Nah, they said. I never saw it. I never saw one of the videos, but they got these dudes. Man, look. I was listening to the we interviewed this cat out of DC named Just Paul, and he was like, you know, we could shout out Just Paul, man, but we could help. We could do some charity work. He said, just go out. It's a lot of weird niggas out there who do this weird pervert shit, and they want to. He said, just get them niggas like a pocket pussy, man. Like, yo, nigga, you. He was like, you know what though? He said, you do it. You might not realize you got a lot of cats like Poe said on there that they ain't got no game or they just not attractive enough, and they end up doing dumb shit to girls to try to get some. Like, nigga, take your ass home and get your pocket pussy. Do your thing. Because this is the thing, bro. This is the thing, real quick, and not to touch on that too long. You could be, listen, you could, man, hey, how you feel after you after you busted up, right? You don't give a fuck no more.
Facts.
So you gotta take your mind, you gotta tell your mind, like, look, if I go bust your nut, bro, do what you gotta do to get that shit and go. Like, there's been times where you probably contemplated, like, yo, I'm gonna go give me a prostitute or something, but then you say, you know what, man, fuck that. It costs too much, and you just go rub one out, nigga. You don't even care no more.
This is fact.
These niggas out here raping girls and jumping on them and grabbing them, nigga. You doing that for a little bit of once you bust, you going to jail, nigga. Shit. Why you just won't just bust and go to sleep? But nah, that shit was funny, man. I listened to that shit today in the car. Just Paul said, just go out and pass some shits out to the lanes.
Listen,
here,
man, that might be the wave for this year, man. That might be the wave.
Because I'm like, if y'all going to try to take a red filter, because I guess what they were saying was the girl with the video, they didn't really have red lights in their house. They made the video and then put a red filter on it.
Yeah.
So
like,
dude,
TikTok joint. Yeah.
So dude was like, he knew how to go into the video and remove the filter.
He probably
so he was reposting the videos
and all that.
Yeah, he was reposting the videos without the red in it. But he got hemmed up. He got hemmed up already for it. So I was like, damn, this nigga got
violent. He definitely had to get packed up for that. That's crazy.
All day. I said, man, it's a lot of weirdos. But so who you listening to right now besides yourself and the team?
Listen, I'm still listening to Nipsey, man. Like, Nipsey is somebody that still get frequent play on my playlist. But Jim Jones' new project, he's 44 years old, man, still talking.
I ain't heard it yet.
I remember back in the day, he was like the wackest one in the Dipset to me. Now he like the tightest one. But back in the day, he talking that talk, man.
He talk. You know what it is? Like, I wouldn't say he was the wackest one. Because he wasn't really a rapper.
I know.
He was part of the entourage, but just it's like how people look at the Locks, and a lot of people, not saying me, but a lot of people think Sheik is the wackest one. You know what I'm saying? Or they might feel like Jada might be the best one and Styles is not the best one. You know, it all depends on what you like. Like, I felt like a lot of people, if they knew the lifestyle that Jim was putting out there, like me, I was definitely a fan of Jim from before. I wouldn't say he was my favorite, you know what I'm saying, at the time. But like you said, now that he's polished a little more and you know, he understands how to structure his work, definitely fire.
I ain't even care because when how you gonna tell me you don't love me no more? When that shit come on, it's like, okay. Yep. I ain't care about nothing else. That's my shit by Jim Jones.
That's a fact.
And that banging joint, when he put Mozzie and OT Genesis on that shit, I was like, ooh, ooh, that's all so hard.
He been coming out. I don't know how he doing that, but the shit, he getting older and dropping tighter and tighter and shit.
He's seasoned now.
Yeah.
Man, I think it's all about where we at mentally. Because like you were saying with the Locks, man, growing up, Jada was my Jada shit. None of them niggas was tighter than Jada. But now I say, can't nobody fuck with Styles, nigga.
Styles up there.
Oh, that's a perfect example.
Like, y'all talking about Tupac, man, I believe everything she saying. so she got that realness to his ground. I remember one time he was like, I can flip a car. I really believe that nigga probably flip a car. Like, I just know you don't want to fuck with Sheik. You can tell.
I mean, back then, he's still a big dude. Don't get it twisted. But back then, he probably could flip a car, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. He probably could flip a car.
But Styles right now, me as an older man in my adulthood, I'm like, yo, Styles just talking that talk right now. You like, and it's effort, man. You know, we was talking about that too. Effort, man. It's effortlessly. You can tell a real rapper. You can. And that's why I don't even. I don't worry about the game because you can tell dudes who are fronting, and you can just tell dudes who that shit just come like ABCs to them.
Right.
And then with Styles too, it's like you almost gotta like he got grown man bars, man. You gotta really just sit the fuck down, listen to him. He got like the Nas flow. Like you really gotta listen to like AC too. You really gotta listen to them. You ain't listening to them, you're gonna be like Jay-Z. I mean, but Jadakiss, you know, he got the flashy. He like flashy. So I would say Styles P is like Bernard Hopkins. Like Bernard Hopkins, he gonna win, but it's just kind of like defensive. You ain't gonna really see no flashy.
It ain't pretty. It ain't pretty wins.
Yeah, but then Jadakiss was the flashy one. Like he'll be like more like a Floyd. But then Sheik, like I said, Sheik shit. He was like fucking like a Rick Bowe or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they made that the Trinity, and they sound so good together because they all different.
Right.
But yeah, Styles, man. I can go listen to Styles tonight while I'm playing this Twitch.
Yeah, he about to get on Twitch now. He can make some money, man. He about to do that shit all night, probably.
Ballin'! Like them jokes.
So right now, man, like what you think about like all of this, like we just had a speech from Arrested Development on before you came on. And we was talking to him about like the shit that happened at the Capitol, man. Like you just living in the Bronx, being from the city, man. How that shit make you feel seeing that on TV? Or is that something you already felt like you already knew shit like that went on already?
I mean, I think everybody felt a certain way, you know, when you comparing what if it was us doing that, you know what I'm saying?
All day.
And, you know, that's self-explanatory. We don't know how most likely that would have ended up, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it was nasty to see, but at the same time, I think it opened up a lot of eyes that wasn't trying to look at what was going on in the country when things would happen to us, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people open their eyes like, you know what, this is kind of crazy. This is wild. So, I mean, it depends what Biden and all of them do now from here. So we got to see what happens.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, man, you know, yeah, with that thing, it's like we always talked about for us to like overcome and get what we say we want to be. It's some of us we gotta fight first.
That's true.
It's some of us who feel like ain't nothing wrong. You know, it's like, hey man, we good. I'm good where I'm at. Well, hey, Surf's. I think I listened to Cocaine Paradise by Sue Surf. And he said, I'm good wherever I'm at. I'm feeling like LeBron here. Like, I'm good. It's people that just gonna feel like, yo, like, if LeBron could be almost a billionaire and care, you ain't got no choice.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
If the police chief in LA, he asked LeBron, didn't he ask LeBron some shit like, he was like, yo, LeBron, because I guess one of they dudes got shot. A cop got shot in LA, and he asked LeBron to talk to the black community to find out who did it. But I'm like, yo, why you ask LeBron?
Had to hit him with the Westbrook, like tripping.
But it show how they feel about LeBron. But it shows like, yo, he really active out there for them to do that. But on the flip side, nigga, he ain't finna go find out who did that.
Nah, he would look crazy. He would look crazy doing that. You know what I mean?
Day.
And the audacity of them asking them to even do that in the first place. You know what I mean?
But before we go into the same energy track, man, we thank you, man. You know, we try to do the show, just have a little conversation, man. You know, it's not the typical mundane interview stuff. We just try to find out about the person where you at mentally, man. So we appreciate you coming through. If you want to leave, if you got any advice you want to give, because I know you said you've been in the game for a minute. So if you got any advice for anybody that's watching and thinking like, damn, man, I'm gonna make the next red light joint. What type of advice would you give them starting out?
I mean, definitely don't be afraid to experiment, man. Like that's typically a joint that you probably wouldn't hear from me. Like I'm singing on the joint, I'm harmonizing on the joint.
Yeah, I heard.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people didn't expect that, but it's like, you know what? It's just all about whatever you feel inside, just put it out there. It's art, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day. But invest in yourself also, man. There's a lot of these places, these studios is robbing people, man. I'm telling you right now.
They jacking the prices up?
They jacking the prices up and you sound the same. Like they throwing auto-tune on you and you sound the same, bro. You know what I'm saying? So No, not knocking the engineers. You know, there's still a lot of good ones out there.
They think that's everything.
What happened, Paul? I ain't hear you.
No, I said they think the auto tune will fix everything now. All you gotta do is put auto tune on top of it.
They think that's the cheat code, but you know what? You gotta learn how to use that too. You know what I'm saying? But
that's a fact.
Man, just keep pushing. You know, don't be afraid to say no, and you know what I'm saying, push forward. Any opportunity that comes along your way, don't be afraid of it, man. Jump on it.
Oh, Jay, let's hit this. Let's hit them with the same energy, man. Then we'll come back and wrap it up.
I just want to talk to you about it. I just want to talk to you about haters for a second. Because we all got them. Everybody got haters. I got more haters. I didn't even know I had these many haters. Till I go on the internet, there they are. They just waiting on me.
Perfect. Gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump on. Tell them haters they can jump on. Tell more than a couple months off, but I'ma need y'all to keep the same energy. Energy. Keep the same energy. I'm giving what I'm getting now. Since he legit, they know that the price is up. Nice, but I ain't writing them nice enough. I'm twice as tough. I ain't gotta get in my bag and wild with a shallow buff. Right, I still got the Milez touch, you ain't hyping up. Riding, going off for the memories from the dirt. Cause these niggas go wherever, they sending me in reverse. So I keep the same energy, niggas be getting hurt. Get your top pushed back like Kennedy in a vert. They mad cause I know my worth and I'm charging like I'm a swiper. Made it out of the field with the lions, tigers, and vipers. These niggas ain't solid, the gas got them. Shit that I got them trapped in these bars, I padlock them. Hustle with mad options, bought alone, die alone. Niggas changed up on them and that's what I don't condone. That's hustle with my cologne, bandana red, I'm still on. I kept the same energy, only changing the phone. Gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump on. Tell them haters they can jump on. Tell more than a couple months off, but I'ma need y'all to keep the same energy. Keep the same energy. Yeah, dollar way. Keep the same energy. They know I put on a show soon as the crowd out here. Gotta silence the ratchet, she get loud out here. Nothing funny about this cannon, it get wild out here. So I keep protecting the bubble, it get foul out here. One eye open, I gotta sleep with. This time around the circle got smaller, I had to tweak it. No secret, bird niggas, y'all gotta peep it. That energy don't come with receipts, y'all gotta keep it. There ain't nobody iller, tried to monkey wrench a nigga, but I turned to a gorilla. I know it shine like glitter, could easily turn a litter. So it's 10 toes down till I see my turn to get up, nigga. In other words, stay down until you up. Soon as they see you on your way down, they give you up. Frontin' like they ain't mad at me, cause I'm back with that same energy. Different battery in my back. I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump on. Tell them haters they can jump on. Tell more than a couple months off, but I'ma need y'all to keep the same energy. Keep the same energy. Well, I keep the same energy. Gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump on. Tell them haters they can jump on. Tell more than a couple months off, but I'ma need y'all to keep the same energy. Keep the same energy. Well, I keep the same energy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Shout out my boy 100 Grand Royce, man. Killed that for me, man.
Facts. When COVID ends, somebody gonna get a bottle bust upside their head when that shit on watch.
As long as they keep that same energy. You know
Yep, fact.
Keep that same
shit
energy.
Bang.
Good.
That shit bang. Yeah,
Thank you, man. Appreciate
that's why
that.
I said, man, y'all boys definitely got it, man. So we gonna be looking out, man. So when you drop the project on your birthday, maybe come back on, holla at Poe. Because we got 2 podcasts. We got this one, and Poe got Poe politicking. Shit, he interviewed everybody on there. The Baby, Megan Thee Stallion, Jay Prince, Currency. Shit, he be doing his thing. And this our baby right here, the Just Two Black Brothers. And we doing our thing too, man. So we appreciate you. We want you to come back. We're gonna follow your career. Poe, you got anything before we get out?
No, it was nice talking to you, G.
Likewise, Poe, man. Good looking, man, for having me on, man. Definitely.
And how can everybody find you on social media, and where can they find your music?
Right now, I'm only on Instagram as of right now. I'm working on everything else, but you can find me at Miles_Sway, right at Instagram, or if you want to email me, milesway@gmail.com. Music is streaming everywhere, all platforms, so look out for that.
So we'll send you the link to the show and everything once Poe upload and everything. So you'll have that if you want to promo for us. It's all
sure,
good.
definitely.
So we out, man. Be easy. Stay safe, man. Stay corona free out there too.
You too, fellas. Good looking, man. Take care.